Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. I just want to do a quick video, give a shout out to a lot of the small custom bait makers out there. You know, you can absolutely do it. I think so much of the good innovation right now is coming from the garage shop makers and the small companies that are taking the time, spending the money, and innovating. To me, more than any other time I've seen in the industry right now, innovation is something that can help separate you from other products that are out there. And, you know, with respect to core tackle and what we do, we really are trying to innovate, trying to do new things. And there's so many other small companies out there that are doing it that I just want to say keep pushing, keep doing it. You put the hard work into it, and I think you can make any of your baits successful with some good innovation. And I want to give a shout out to small custom bait maker LaGrady Lures. You know, they don't know it, but they've actually been a big part of the last 6 or 8 years of like my family's life. And that has to do with the fact that their baits that they made, several of them were kind of like my kids' rattles. You know, I think a lot of kids have rattles and stuffed animals that they like, but their swim baits were baits that both of my boys carried around everywhere. And, you know, we took the hooks off for them, and they're just really perfect shape. They love the sound of them. You know, Hank, when he was like 2 or 3 years old, he would just walk around the house going like this. He could barely walk, but he would not let go of these. They used them as like teething toys. You can actually see one of these has a little chip around it, the rainbow trout, like around the edge. So like we had to take him away once he actually started to chew on things, the teeth. But that's how long we've had these. And you know, for me, they're almost like little works of art. You know, the paint jobs are beautiful on them. I've got a whole pile of these, and they keep coming out with new products. And you know, again, this is kind of where the innovation I think is key, and I just want to point out. So I got a couple of their newer baits. They've got, so like, which one do we want to start with? They're both beautiful. So let's talk about this one right here. This is their Fritter Extreme. So one cool thing, I love this about LaGrady Lures. They name them all after like donuts. You know, they've got a donut, they've got a bear claw, they've got a fritter, they've got a shortcake. I'm sure I'm missing some. But so this is their deep diving model. Now this is their again, the Fritter Extreme. You can see a little FX on the end there. This thing weighs in, I think it weighs in around 2 3/4 ounces. It dives down to, you know, you get down into the upper teens with it, 15 to 20 foot range, 17 in there. This is the crappie color, just absolutely beautiful. And then this is the shallow fritter. So they started out mostly with glide baits. Like, so the bear claw is huge. This is just the donut, but lots of different glide baits. But they've started to expand on their products and add some bills to some of their different models. So you've got this guy, like I said, this is the shallow fritter. This one runs down in that 3 to 5 foot range, weighs right in about 2 ounces. This guy gets down to about 17 feet. But I just think it's great to see companies that are growing, you know, at a nice even pace. They're coming out with one product or one series of products that works, and then they're adding onto it to try to build onto the success that they've had. And these things catch fish too, guys. Like, I'm not just collecting these to collect these. You know, I've caught a lot of really nice fish, both in Wisconsin. I've caught some big fish down. There's one really big one that, in a way, I feel like almost turned me off, but not off of a pattern, but got me so dialed in to throwing a glide bait. It was the Forest Wood Cup at Lake Hamilton. So like in Hot Springs, Arkansas area, I caught a giant in practice, had a ton of follows. It just changed the whole, what I was doing. I went after it, conditions changed. I caught a handful of fish in the tournament. I knew it was a long shot, but you know, in a championship event, you're fishing for first place. But they catch fish. There's something, they've got really unique sounds to them. And that's the thing that I think separates them a little bit from others. Plus the shape and the size, a little bit more lifelike. They're not overpowering. Now, obviously, if you want to go with the big bear claw, it's a giant bait. Uh, but I think it's so critical in the fishing world to have that innovation, and so much of it comes from the small garage shop guys. So keep doing it, keep working hard. I'll put the link to the website for LaGrady Lures. This is, definitely not. Uh, it's not paid advertisement. This is just me. I have a connection to these baits, like I said, just based on like my boys loving them. I have pictures of them walking around. I'll see if I can dig one up. If I can, I'll throw it in the video for you. Uh, Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all you out there, and stay tuned. We'll have a new video coming out tomorrow.